Question 1343. If you agreed a secret password with a loved one, would you believe an afterlife was true if a psychic revealed it to you?
What on earth?
That's a good question.
So you come up with purple hippopotamus 17. You only tell this to your best friend. You agree that you will contact the psychic after they're dead, and the psychic tells you the password.
See, I would most likely tell the psychic before I died, just to fuck with them.
That's like the joke where somebody was like, you can pay me $30 and I will show up to your funeral dressed in like this gown and this, I'll be this weird person that's hiding in the back with the umbrella, sobbing uncontrollably that nobody knows. So you'll be the mysterious person in this random individual's life to give it a little bit of a mystery, you know? Have you never heard that?
That's a great idea.
A good psychic would be able to like fish it out of you without you realizing you're giving the answer. That's what a good combat psychic should be able to do.
See, John Edwards blocked me on Twitter because I did an episode on my show about that type of grift and how easy it is to manipulate people to get them to give you the answers and to make you believe. So no, if somebody was like, oh, hey, this was the password, I'd be like, there's different ways that you can look at a person. If you spend a bit of time with them, you ask them a certain amount of fact-finding questions to kind of get a baseline. You can sort it out a little bit if they are able to buy into your grift a little early on, then you're able to give them other types of validating answers. I'm like, okay, well then I'm picking up that it had to do with your favorite. I have like a color in my head. What was your favorite color? And then you can just piece it all together and say, oh, I've got this word. Oh, this is it. Oh my God, you're a psychic. Take $100. It's just, but yeah, John Edward got mad at me on Twitter because of that.
Like, I sense. Does anyone know someone letter beginning with M? Does that mean the letter M mean anything to you?
It's over this area over here with about 60 people.
Yeah. I actually I think I may. I'm not sure if I told this story on here before or not. I think I may have done, but my ex actually dragged me to a spiritualist church one time. And the guy did like the worst cold reading act on me ever. He got one thing right about me, which was the first thing he got right. He said, I have a feeling you have something to do with motorcycles. He says this to the guy with the long hair, at the time full beard, leather jacket, and so I'm like, okay, I don't look like the stereotype at all, but he just then everything else he tried on me, he just got wrong, and I more or less just exposed him for being a charlatan in front of it. But this is the thing that all those like spiritualists there, they're not angry at him for being a fraud. They're pissed off at me for making them look bad.
I was debunking my sister on Facebook, and she just started deleting my posts in response to hers. I gave up on Facebook. That's when. Ox says no. Brian Bug says no. I would suspect foul play. Dr. Osiris says, I'd be more convinced they were a damn good hacker and then wondering why they're wasting their time pretending to be psychic. Yandiri says, I guess. Purple says, I want a ventriloquist at my funeral, so when people walk up to my casket, I can respond. I do like the idea of having a tape in my coffin that plays after the funeral.
You like that? You like that guy in Ireland did?
I want one that
Yes.
activates when you close the top and it starts yelling, "Let me out."
Oh my god.
That's great.
That was that
That's
famous
fantastic.
clip last year, wasn't it? The guy in Ireland, just as they're lowering him into the ground, you start hearing this knocking on there, like, "Help! Let me out! It's fucking dark in here."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh
It was
no.
it was a news story. The guy just went through this whole like 10-15 minute routine of all these "I'm trapped in here" type jokes, and the people
It was
viewing
just
his funeral were just falling down laughing. It was so good.
He had a reputation of being a bit of a prankster in life, I think. And it was just like one last little joke to play on the way out.
Nice. Nice.
We have lost a load of answers because it skipped over. There we go. Right. Chad, I wouldn't tell them anything. I would assume if God would allow comms, they would convey the information needed to them. For me, I can say that 2 specific names and 1 specific number, and I'm in. So would any of you actually believe them?
If in all seriousness, if I had the feeling that I could absolutely trust the partner that I shared it with, I don't think I would automatically believe in an afterlife, but I would have to put some serious thought to it. I understand how psychics work and mentalists and stuff like this, but if they randomly came up with this thing that we had agreed on, it would definitely make me think.
If I told the person the word just before they died, and it's just me and that other person, and then I walk into the mentalist, and they, I don't know what they did. They do they sacrifice the chicken and look at the entrails. I'm not sure how that works out. I've never been to a mentalist, but and then they just say, like, straight out with no patter whatsoever. They just say, "Hello, Andy Hall, spoon." And I say, "Okay, I don't know how you know my safe word, but that just happens to be the word also, that the code word there." That would be a little bit more impressive. That would make me think about it.
If they said that word, but then said it in a there was an uppercase letter and a number on there, I'd be very impressed if they got that. So
S_POON_123.
yeah, I'd be more impressed with the psychic then.
Oh my goodness.
You see that because it could be like having trouble getting into the afterlife. Like click this so you can reset your password.
Oh my goodness. Just as an aside, if you hadn't read the Nag Hammadi, which are Gnostic texts that weren't incorporated into the Bible, there's the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene. It reads like an oral story, by the way. There are no breaks, so eat something, and if you're going to read one of the chapters, if you get lost halfway through, you're going to have to start over. It's exhausting. Anyway, apparently Jesus told all the passwords to Mary Magdalene to heaven, because there's different levels and they have bosses. So it's like reading like a gamer's guide to heaven, which is cool. I was just like, okay, when you reach this door, you will encounter this creature, and it's like a boss. Speak this word, and they will let you in. And so I'm
why don't you design that into a video game? That sounds fun.
That would be cool. Passwords to heaven. And if you don't have the password, and so when Mary Magdalene came out after Jesus and all that stuff, and they were like, and Jesus said, "Don't tell them what we said."
That sounds even better than like the Dungeons and Dragons game that me and Ring come up with.
You could title it "Go to Hell."
Well, what was funny was, because men were assholes then, and kind of sometimes are still. So when Mary came out, she's like, "Well, Jesus told me not to tell you." He was like, "Well, you're just a stupid woman. You don't know anything anyway." And I'm like, she literally has the passwords to heaven, and they're like, it was whatever. There was like 7 or 8 of them or something. It's in my book over there, I guess.
What would you do if you like forgot halfway through?
I know, that's a problem, isn't it? When you're dead, you retain memory of the passwords.
They probably said she can't have the passwords to heaven because if she's a woman, because she's a woman, and her being a woman, if she had them, she'd write it all down on post-it notes for us.
Oh, just on her forearm would be good.
Just
on
so
your arm.
just so the men can remember.
It's like when you get to this one that looks like a rhino, you say this word. Okay, you got that, and it's like it's the weird. It's like a mind bending weird read, man. Y'all check it out. It's short.
If you bring the words to angels, are the words angelic names that get her into a different level of heaven?
It kind of, I could go get the book and read it, but I think that would bore everyone. But it's like you speak this, and it's like some Aramaic looking word, and then you say this word, and then they let you in.
Biblical cheat code stream.
It is. It's like reading a cheat code guide to a video game. It's weird.
Gospel of Mary Magdalene on Twitch. I could see that working.
Yeah. The Gospel
What else did she get up to?
Do what?
What else did she get up to?
Well, that's all that was. The Gospel according to Mary Magdalene was literally just the conversation she had with Jesus. And I think it's like 2 or 3 pages long. It's not very long at all. But my God, you go read the Apocryphon of Peter, the Gospel according to Thomas, you're gonna be up. And I had to go back and reread it a few times because it lost me halfway through, and it'd be like crap, and then you got to go back and try to read it again.
And so the passwords were what? Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Yeah, they were like that, except really weird words that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Dr. Cyrus says the best code phrase ever was "I'm getting fed up with this orgasm."
I saw that.
I'm getting fed up with this orgasm. Yeah, I think I might have said that once.
Was it to a psychic?
No.
If the psychic was any good, but the psychic would have known that already.
It's like you're quite tired of this. Yes, I am. Thank you.
Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because of the law of averages and statistics and chance, and I think I'd be skeptical. I'd be skeptical. I wouldn't believe that she got it from the spirits. It was just I would think it was just a lucky guess, and leave it there.
So simply, not one person would believe.
What about you, Dave?
Oh, not a chance in hell. I call shenanigans. Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
Shenanigans.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.